Meta is going to fact check content on the Threads app. Researchers fuse lab grown human brain tissue with electronics. And stolen device protection will make life harder for iPhone thieves. It's Wednesday, December 13th, and this is Engadget News. Threads is going to make an effort to moderate more of the user-generated content on the platform. Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, posted that it is working on creating a fact-checking program. Mosseri didn't lay out what such a program would entail, only saying that Threads is going to match fact-check ratings from Facebook or Instagram to Threads. Currently, fact-checkers can't rate content on Threads, so instead, when something gets flagged as being false on Instagram or Facebook, a fact-checker's ratings will also roll over onto the app. The program is expected to be available early next year. Meta said third-party fact-checking partners will flag and review the content that circulates on Threads. The app's users will be given the choice to increase, lower, or maintain the default level of demotions on fact-checked content in personal feeds. Meta says if a user decides to see less sensitive content on Instagram, those settings will roll over into their Threads view. Social media companies like Threads have to consider expanding guardrails to prevent misinformation from proliferating on their platforms, especially ahead of the coming presidential elections. A fact-checking system on the Threads app is not a huge shock considering recent moves by the company. When the company introduced a search tool, it blocked certain words previously linked to misinformation on Meta's platform. However, offering users a fact-checking feature does not necessarily mean Threads will become the new front page for digital news. Mosseri told TechCrunch that the platform, as of now, does not plan on amplifying the news on its platform. In a story ripped from the opening scenes of a sci-fi horror movie, scientists have bridged a critical gap between the biological and electronic. The study, published in Nature Electronics, details a hybrid biocomputer combining lab-grown human brain tissue with conventional circuits and artificial intelligence. Dubbed BrainAware, the system learned to identify voices with 78% accuracy. It could one day lead to silicon microchips fused with neurons. BrainAware combines brain organoids, or stem cell-derived clusters of human cells morphed into neuron-filled mini-brains, with conventional electronic circuits. To make it, researchers placed a single organoid onto a plate containing thousands of electrodes to connect the brain to electric circuits. The circuits, speaking to the brain organoid, translate the information they want to input into a pattern of electric pulses. The brain tissue then learns and communicates with the technology. A sensor in the electronic array detects the mini-brain's response, which a trained machine learning algorithm decodes. In other words, with the help of AI, the neurons and electronics merge into a single, extremely basic for now, problem-solving biomachine. The team views the work as more proof of concept than something with near-term practical use, although previous studies showed two-dimensional neuron cell cultures could do similar things. This is the first trial run using a trained three-dimensional lump of human brain cells. It could point to a future of biological computing where the speed and efficiency of human brains spark a super-powered AI. What could go wrong? Apple is adding a new iPhone feature called Stolen Device Protection that limits what thieves can do with a stolen phone and passcode. Created following a report earlier this year by the Wall Street Journal's Joanna Stern, the opt-in feature is included in the iOS 17.3 beta, now available for developers. It works using a combination of location, biometric scans, and time delays, allowing victims to lock out the perpetrator and safeguard their data. Stolen device protection aims to snuff out a common practice among iPhone thieves in public places, who watch users enter their passcode before snatching the device and bolting. In such cases, the perpetrator could reset the owner's Apple ID password, turn off Find My, add a recovery key, and factory reset the iPhone for resale before the victim can do anything about it. But with the feature turned on, the phone will ask for a Face ID or Touch ID scan if the user is away from a familiar location like home or work. It will also require a 1-hour delay before changing the Apple ID password on the device. After the hour, it will still ask for a Face ID or Touch ID scan before changing the Apple ID password from the iPhone. This makes life much harder for the thief and gives the owner time to report the iPhone as stolen, locking out the perp. The Wall Street Journal reports that Apple plans to prompt users to turn on the feature in iOS 17.3. Since Apple only launched the update's first beta this week, the general public may need to wait at least several weeks before trying it out. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. Check out Engadget Next, dropping here on the same channel later today. This episode featured journalism by Engadget contributors Malik Saleh and Will Shanklin, and was produced by Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more Engadget news.